The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh Fox Cities campus assists the City of Menasha with video recordings of city meetings. Menasha residents and interested parties can get information about city meetings, meeting agendas, and other documents from the city website, www.cityofmenasha-wi.gov. To express opinions about City of Menasha issues or these broadcasts, contact the Mayor's office, 920-967-3608. Contact a City Alderman. Contact information appears on the website. Or complete the electronic feedback form on the City website. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited.
Good evening. I'd like to call the City of Menasha Common Council meeting to order. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we could have the roll, please.
Alderman Sednick. Here. Alderman Hammond. Here. Alderman Lewis. Here. Alderman Tom Grotti. Here. Alderman Ted Grotti. Here. Alderman Rapella. Here. Alderman Eisenach. Here. All are present with the exception of Alderman Eisenach. Nichols, sorry.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda this evening is the report of department head staff and office consultants. We have the minutes and communications to receive. Do we have a motion? Alderman Sevenak.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. I'd like for us to receive minutes A through K and communications L through P.
Second. There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Do you have discussion, Stan?
I do, and I got to look for it. Excuse me. I guess I'm going to have to pass because I can't think of it right now. And it was my only opportunity to actually discuss what the item was, and I can't remember.
We can add it again next time if you'd like, if it's something important. Seeing no further discussion then, if we, all those in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item F is public comments on any matter of concern to the city. Is there anyone from the public this evening? Seeing no one, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Does anyone wish to have items separated? Alderman Sevek.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm just going to go through them because most of them are purchases or payments. So, but first we have the Common Council minutes of 7/17 of 23.
It's a motion and a second to approve the Common Council minutes of July 17th. Any discussion? I'm out of practice. Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Item 2. Alderman Sevek.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I move that we approve the street application for Race the Lake, which will be Sunday, August 20th from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's a motion and a second by Alderman Tom Grotti. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. Is there a motion for item 3? Alderman Sevnak.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd also like for us to approve a street use application for the Labor Day Parade, which was on Monday, September 4th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and this is put on by the Fox Valley Area Labor Council.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have a motion for item 4?
Randy, you'll need to take this one.
Oh, street use application.
I just got it for him.
Thank you. It's on.
We have a street use application, Twisted Piston Scholarship Cruise-In, Thursday, August 17th, 2023, from 1 o'clock to 10 p.m., sponsored by the Twisted Pistons Incorporated.
Second.
So motion and a second. Did you want to abstain, Alderman Sednick? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. I need to abstain from this one. I'm involved with it.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, if we could have a roll call vote on this one then, please.
Motion carries 6, 1 abstention.
Perfect. Do we have a motion for item 5? Alderman Sednick.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'll move for payment to Summers Construction Company Incorporated. This is for the 2023-03 project. This is for Warsaw Street in the amount of $154,061.55, and this is a payment number 1.
Is there a second?
I'll vote second.
So motion and a second by Alderman Rapella.
Yeah.
Any
Is
further
this the
discussion?
payment number 1? I swear we had another payment.
Payment number 2 was on Board of Public Works last week.
Gotcha.
Or
This week. Okay.
Seeing no further discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item 6, do we have a motion? Alderman Sednick?
Thank you, Mayor. We have a change order, which would be for Northeast Asphalt. This is contract unit 2023-05, the street reconstruction and rehabilitation, and we will need to add $21,286.40. This is the first change order.
So motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item I is action items. The first is the accounts payable and payroll. Do we have a motion? Alderman Hammond?
Thank you, Mayor. I make a motion for the approval of accounts payable and payroll for the term of 7/14/23 through 8/3/2023 in the amount of $2,138,785.28.
There's a motion and a second by Alderman Grady. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Action items number 2, do we have a motion? Alderman Sednick?
Thank you, Mayor. There is a recommended motion, which is to authorize the Public Works Department to accept and spend the carbon reduction program for the Wisconsin DOT grant fund. And if we could, I'd ask for, well, I'll wait for a second.
There's a motion and a second. I think Alderman Hammond had it first.
Yep. If I'd like to ask for unanimous consent to hear from our Public Works Director, Laura, if you would like to explain the grant, and also thank you for applying and doing this. I don't think the community realizes the work that you've put into this, and it's very much appreciated because we're looking at a $167,000 grant. Go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So if you recall, last year we did the first of 2 phases of an LED light replacement upgrades. They were previously high-pressure sodium lights, and we're replacing to LED, more efficient. And as a part of that, last year there was not the availability of this carbon reduction grant. This is a brand new grant through the bill funding, and it came to us, came to everybody in the state, but we decided we're going to be moving on this second phase, let's apply. So we submitted an application, very quick turnaround, and then we were notified that we were awarded. So it's an 80-20 grant split. And the total project is going to replace 205 light fixtures, luminaires. Last year we did 156, so we'll have about 360 or so over the two phases of the project to switch out. And we're anticipating we're anticipating almost $12,000 annually in energy savings by the upgrade of these to LED. So that's kind of a big reason for us. It's reducing our carbon footprint. They've got this new grant. We decided to seize the opportunity, and we are looking at, as Alderman Sevenick stated, just shy of $168,000. Our contribution is $42,000, and we did have this included in our capital improvements plan. So this was budgeted for, so we're going to be saving with the capturing of the grant. Thank you.
Thank you.
So a little bit more background on it. I think it was 2009, we got a grant to do the lights that are on the island, and we changed those out to induction lights. And then through the next couple of years, we then converted a lot of our LED lights throughout the rest of the city. This is the final portion of the city's high-pressure sodium lights. There are a few street lights that are owned by We Energies yet that are within the city that will still be high-pressure sodium, but everything else that's a Menasha Utilities light will now be either LED or induction. So great for the environment and great for saving us money as well. Alderman Grady.
Thank you, Mayor. Laura, how long do these LED efficiency lights last? Is there a year span? Do you know? Do we know?
We were told 10 plus years.
I was going to say at least probably 10.
Okay, good.
A lot longer than a high pressure sodium light, actually.
Right, then they'll pay for that 41,000 or whatever
and then
period
some,
of time.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item K is ordinances and resolutions. The first is ordinance 8 regarding the Committee on Aging. Do we have a motion? Everyone at once, right?
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like for us to approve 0823. This is an ordinance amending Title II, Chapter 1, Section 2-4-10 of the Code of Ordinances. This is the Committee of Aging. This is introduced by the mayor. And also there were amendments added at the last meeting that we put onto that.
There's a motion and a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Any other discussion? Do you have anything else, Stan?
Nope, sorry.
Seeing no further discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item number 2 is ordinance 9. Do we have a motion? Alderman Eisenach.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to move for approval O-9-23, an ordinance amending Title 10, Article B, Controlled Intersections, Street Traffic Regulations, Section 10-1-15B and D, 4th Street and Appleton Street, intersection re-evaluation, introduced by myself and Alderman Sevenick.
Is there a second? It's a second by Alderman Rapella. Is there any other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item 3 is ordinance 10. Is there a motion? Alderman Rapella? Don't sound so excited.
I'll move for approval. Thanks, Ted. For 01023, an ordinance amending Title 10, Article B, Controlled Intersections, Street Traffic Regulations, Section 10-115C, at Lotus Trail, Villa Way intersection, and it's introduced by me. I'm looking for a second.
There's a motion, a second by Alderman Ted Grady.
Thank you,
Any
Ted.
other discussion? Seeing no other discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item 4 is Resolution 21. Do we have a motion? Alderman Severnick.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like for us to pass Resolution R2123. This is an intergovernmental cooperation agreement to satisfy our eligibility for the Wisconsin Recycling Consolidation Grant for the calendar year of 2024.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carries 7-0.
Item L is appointments. The first is a reappointment to the library board. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Alderman Rapella?
Yeah, thank you
Very much, Mayor. I'll make a motion to approve the mayor's reappointment of Christina Turner to the library board for the term of 8/17/23 to 6/1/26. Do I have a second?
Second.
There is a motion and a second by Alderman Tom Grady. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. Item 2 is a reappointment to the Redevelopment Authority. Do we have a motion? Alderman Severnick? Whoops, I'm sorry. Alderman Grady?
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like to reappointment of Kim Vanderheiden to the Redevelopment Authority for the term of 9/1/23 to 9/1/28.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's a motion and a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. Item N is public comments. Is there anyone who wishes to make a comment? Seeing no one, I accept a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
The University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh Fox Cities campus assists the City of Menasha with video recordings of city meetings. Menasha residents and interested parties can get information about city meetings, meeting agendas, and other documents from the city website, www.cityofmenasha-wi.gov. To express opinions about City of Menasha issues or these broadcasts, contact the Mayor's office, 920-967-3608. Contact a city alderman. Contact information appears on the website. Or complete the electronic feedback form on the city website. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited.